После кровавой невероятной битвы против Александра Емельяненко, в которой кровью были залиты и ринг, и оба соперника, Костя Глухов просто не мог не заслужить контракт от M-1 Global. В этой организации всегда ценили настоящих воинов, готовых рубиться и умеющих закатывать крутые бои. Латышского нокаутера, победителя огромного количества турниров по кикбоксингу и K1, пригласили для участия в грандиозном M-1 Grand Prix 2013 года, в котором должны были сразиться ведущие тяжеловесы тех лет, не связанные контрактом с UFC. И в сопернике ему сходу достался действующий чемпион организации, американец Кенни Гарнер, 2 года не знавший поражений. В предыдущем поединке он завершил эпичное противостояние с Гурамом Гугенишвили, состоявшее из 3 боев, а в промежутках между битвами с грузинским бойцом он досрочно победил еще 5 тяжеловесов, в том числе Магомеда Маликова и Максима Гришина. Болельщиков ожидала битва настоящих ударников тяжелого веса, каждый из которых был готов сражаться и отдать все силы для победы.
Kostya Глухов from Latvia. 19 knockouts, 3 world champion titles. He lost, but today he is back. Kенni Garner from the USA, current M1 Challenge champion. Big and extremely dangerous. Puncher versus puncher. Kostya Glухов versus Kенni Garnер.
The main event of tonight's evening. So excited for this one. You know, is it a good thing that Kenny's belt is not on? Actually feels pretty good that he hasn't, you know, trained for 15 years. His knee probably doesn't have problems. And look at that stare. That's a good stare down. That he, you know, he probably feels physically quite good, and you know, as long as he's not carrying injuries and those kinds of things. So I think the guys that started later but who are older are probably in better shape than the guys who are older who started fighting at 17. And huge start, and Kenny's not kickboxing with Glухov. Kenny's picking him up and trying to throw him, and manages to get on top. No, Glухov stands up, and good scramble there from Glухov. Kenny really showed that
Kenny is definitely the more aggressive fighter in this case, but Glухov is the one who counters. What happened there? I see that.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a malfunction. Now let's look at the start of this fight, and Kenny goes for a huge takedown.
And these are really heavyweights. They managed to break the ring ropes.
Yeah, the rage cannot take it. The takedown was so good that even the ring was not able to stand up.
But did you see it? They come on this side and the rope broke on the other side of the rage.
And here we've got the restart. And this time Kenny is not going for it. No, he is. He's just coming in for the clinch. So are you surprised, you know, that Kenny is not kickboxing with Glухov? That he really wants to take this to the ground?
No, because I told you before that Kenny is a good wrestler also, and he proves it again by taking Glухov easy to the ground with this takedown. And in fact, he's in the half guard at the moment now. I always wonder that if these guys, if Kenny is in a half guard, I miss the fact that he's really trying to do something. You see, he's just holding on now, and he's not doing too much work in this position.
No, for sure. Glухov manages to get back to guard and close his guard. So Kenny is now really limited in terms of what he can do in terms of submissions. But he can surely posture up and rain down a few blows like he was doing now. And did he get into side control? Yes. He manages to punch his way into side control.
Put your weight down, dudes. Don't let him. Hey, put your weight down.
And we can in the background hear the best cornerman in the world.
Dudes are getting high. That's why he's getting his hips out.
And Glухov manages to get half guard once again.
Marco is telling him to have some action.
Good left hand lands for Kenny. Crosses up, stands up, and Glухov tries to take advantage of it and get up, and Kenny just wails on him again. Gluchov's face is a little bit red. For sure, we can see the efforts of Kenny on Glухov.
there, let's work.
Put him up again.
Action! Posture up and bang.
Can open an attempt from Kенни Garnер. This is a submission attempt, but I'm not sure I've ever seen it work in professional MMA in the last 5 years. Kenny postures up once again. Guгенишвили has the strength to kick him in the head whilst Kenny is standing over him. And now Kenny is sitting in half guard. And he's got him up against the cage part of the rage.
Well, anything, we can say anything, but one thing is for sure. Kenny is the one fighter in this first round who's doing the most effort to finish the fight.
Yeah, for sure.
And Guгенишвili is more and more defending, and Kenny is crawling over him now. And will Guгенишвili manage to get out?
Keep him working. Keep him working.
And Guгенишвili manages to get guard again. No, still in half guard. So interesting strategy from Kenny. I believe this is really the first fight out of about 10 that I've seen him in M1 where he's using this strategy. And Michael Brosen just taking the time to cut the bandage off of Garner's glove, and we go back to restarting this 3-round fight. 1 minute left before, and again they start off. And I think Guгенишвili manages to get a short punch in there. Yeah. Kenny drops, and Gugенишvili now goes to work whilst Kenny is trying to take him down with a single. Michael Brosen is warning Gugенишvili not to punch the back of the head, and Kenny manages to turn Gugenишvili around. And we're back into the same position. But that was a good punch from Gugenишvili that landed that dropped Kenny.
Yeah, it definitely dropped Kenny, but he was very smart because you see he turned his head so that Gugenишvili could not punch the face. And Gugenишvili immediately got warned by Michael Brosen for not hitting the back of the head, but he could not do anything else because Kenny had turned his face inward.
Of course, Michael Brosen is the most experienced referee in M1. Very, very long time veteran referee. Has amazing control in the ring, and the fighters know exactly what they can be doing, what they can't be doing, and he makes sure that the rules are always followed. And the first round comes to an end.
And I think this first round is, in my opinion, for Kенni Garner.
Yeah, I thought Kenny was by far the most active fighter, the most aggressive fighter. And as I mentioned, the first time that I've really seen him in M1 take this strategy. He's never before tried to wrestle and grapple with a fighter and put him down and try and do something from the top. Very, very interesting to see. So obviously he respects, and the big punch lands from Garner. Gugенишvili just doesn't notice it.
Let's see if they show us where Guggenишvili dropped him.
And a good right hand lands from Garner, and another right hand. Guggenишvili has a huge chin. Jeff Monson yelling instructions for Kenny.
Yeah, it's interesting if Kenny progresses and Jeff Monson was also participating in this tournament, we stand a chance that there will be a final between two Americans in Russia.
For sure. Not only two Americans, but also two teammates.
It's even more interesting.
The second round, and a huge spinning heel kick. Guggenишvili really starts these off with moves that are not only going to finish the fight, they're also going to near kill the opponent.
Remember head in tight, remember under his chin.
Keep going, you got it,
And Kenny drops back.
But he didn't succeed in making a proper takedown.
Guggenишvili manages to scramble out of it. And Kenny goes for a body lock takedown. Guggenишvili using the ropes. Michael Brosen preventing him from doing so, and we end up and Constantine Gugenишvili's close guard in effect.
You gotta stay busy if you want to work down there.
Body head.
So is this, do you think, Kenny's strategy just to sit on top of Guggenишvili, maybe try and catch his submission if there is one, but sit on top and ground and pound?
He's doing too little if he's on top, in my opinion.
Posture up and drop the bomb.
At least in a feeble hammer fist
Trap his hands,
is not enough.
Control his bicep, dude, from inside.
So his takedowns are okay, And if he manages to start ground and pound, then that's of course also okay. But his, let's say, his technical grappling skills.
And stand up to Michael Boston. I think he has a little bit less patience in this round.
Marco saw the previous round where he saw that Kenny was not doing really some efforts. He takes him down and check. Let's see if Kenny is doing some effort again now. But I doubt it.
Guhov throws another huge spinning heel kick. If that connects, it's the hospital. I don't even think it's, you know, it's like what they used to say about Krokop when he fought in his pride. Right leg hospital, left leg cemetery.
Yeah. You see, Glukov looks very comfortable on his back with Kenny in the guard, and Marco is gesturing and telling Kenny to have some action again.
And Kenny manages to pass into side control, and Glukov sweeps him. Unbelievable. Kenny's looking for Kimura, and Glukov is looking to defend. Kenny doesn't really have it. He's going to get punished here by Glukov's right hand. He really should let go of that Kimura. This is going to do nothing for him. And once again, Broyston warns Glukov not to hit the back of the head. And Kenny's also showing that he's been hit in the back of the head, but you know, it's one of those things. Kenny,
in these situations, I don't think that Glukov is...
Big right hand lands for Glukov, and a high kick on
and a body kick.
On the left side.
Yep. Kenny's definitely eating some punches and kicks now.
Yeah, Glukov has huge, powerful legs. They're really heavy. Kenny has to be feeling those kicks. Overhand right from Glukov.
Body punch from Glukov. Countered by a punch to the face by Kenny.
Is Kenny still using his strategy, or is he now?
I think that in this case, what I see now, I don't know if it's strategy or that he is going for the clinch to prevent Glukov from hitting him.
Right hand from Garner and an uppercut from Garner. Huge uppercut attempt. Glukov nearly catches that. And a body kick from Glukov again. And Kenny looks to me like he's started to brawl with Glukov a little bit. He also looks unsteady on his feet now.
I was wondering about the same thing. Looks like he's getting tired, but in fact I can't believe it, because Kenny is well known for his endurance, and this is only the second round, so I can't believe that he's really tired, or he must be stunned by the punch in the beginning.
I think he might be stunned. I think it was that exchange where Marco stopped it because he kept getting hit in the back of the head, and then Kenny was showing it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Because Kenny's he's lost all his steam.
Yeah, he's not wobbling on his feet, but he doesn't do it here and here again. The high kick.
And Kenny has his hands up, but he's really just...
The explosiveness is gone.
It's gone, like in a second, it's just gone. 28 seconds left in the second round of this 3-round fight, so only one round to go after this. Glukov also looking a little bit tired, but you know, for sure the steam is still there. The anger, the power of the strikes is still there. So Kenny just looks really, you know, like he's swimming through tree cover. Managed to get him down.
Yeah.
I spoke too soon.
Yeah. But also the weight advantage that can help Kenny in this case.
Yeah, so it's like over 20 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. Like 10 kilograms.
Still, I wonder what's happened, because Kenny doesn't look too fit now. He looks very tired.
He looks very tired. Everybody's in the corner. Jeff Monson's in the corner. And here the huge that Kenny just manages to duck under. That's very lucky. His hands went up to protect his head, and this is where the second time Glukov tries that, Kenny takes him down. Now, of course, you could make the argument that the spinning heel kick is probably one of the most dangerous strikes in mixed martial arts or in any contact sport, because the heel, of course, is the biggest bone, the hardest bone in the body that you can strike with. And when it's coming at the end of the leg, which weighs a lot, and with the speed that it's coming at because of the spin, if that hits you on the chin, it's it's
hit
all
you
bad.
properly on the head, you can die. That's
it's all
something
bad.
that's for sure. But on the other hand, it must be made with ultimate precision. Otherwise, the opponent can see it coming. And by slightly stepping outward, you smother the kick.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna kick right away.
And we see Kenny's corner saying he's going to kick right away, and just to prove them wrong, Glухов tries to go for, I think, a jumping knee.
Both connected punches in this case, and Kenny is really hit now. You
Glухov,
see his head
big left
going
hook
backward.
handed, and Kenny looks dazed, to be honest. Still looks dazed. The right hand for Kenny, I'm sorry, and a head kick for Glухov. Didn't have much on it. Kenny still got his hands up.
The one was Glухov is moving, but body punch by
Big
Glухov.
body punch by Glухov. Glухov, every punch, every kick, he's loading up. There aren't any pit-pat sort
And
of
Kenny
punches.
is just pushing forward and hanging on and not doing anything really.
Sure, Glухov gets put under
Kenny
hooks.
is tired. It's definitely. I can't imagine that there's something else. Here, body
And
kick.
body kick. Kenny tries to punch at the same time, but no. Left hook for Kenny. Barely touches Glухov.
The precision is out of his punches.
Yeah, and the speed and the power, I would say.
Also gone. And here he's using his body weight again to push Glухov back into the ropes.
And Kenny gets Glухov down once again. And is in his closed guard.
And he's doing nothing.
Now, it should be said that in Russia, the judges have been less keen than their perhaps American counterparts to award points to a fighter who just manages to get top position because of the lack of freestyle, folk style wrestling in Russia. Of most of the fighters that fight, or a lot of the fighters that fight, the takedown by itself isn't really counted as such a high point scoring maneuver. If we consider a fight where there's knockdowns and punches and almost knockouts,
That was a huge knee by Glухov.
Yeah.
But I think that's also in the fact that the rules of M1 are slightly different. You have the effort to finish the fight, you have the damage, you have the stand-up and ground control, aggressiveness and the takedowns, but it's not really compulsory to see them in that same order.
And Kenny once again is pressuring Glухov into the ropes. Glухov gets underhooks.
And the kick.
High kick attempt. Huge, those body punches are so powerful. On the other hand, right just misses. Left hook just misses. Michael Burson warns Glухov to close his fist so that there's no eye poking going on. And Kenny, just like a windmill, moves forward. His arms are flailing, but there's not much behind him.
Get hit back against the rope. Get out of the rope. Get out of the rope. Get out of the rope.
And
a spinning
back kick.
That looked like it went for the liver.
Connected. And
And again a liver punch.
So
Yeah.
this must gas Kenny definitely.
Yeah. Glухov is really going for Kenny's liver. Of course, it's well protected, but still. And
And
the
then spinning back
spinning
fist.
big fist. We could tell that was coming. I think it looked like he hit with the elbow or with part of the forearm. That was really telegraphed. Kenny saw it. We saw it.
And that was an elbow by Kenny. I was lucky that Marco didn't see it.
And this is the first fight that Kenny's fought. And of course, anyone who's fought Magomeda Malикова, who of course knocked out Alexandra Емельяненко, he's fought quite a lot of reasonably good strikers. In this fight, you could say that he really has been outstruck. Overhand right for Glухov just goes over the top.
This is really weird for me. I expected much more from Kennedy Garnер.
Yeah, me too.
With caps off for Glухov that he managed to do this.
And Kenny looks like he's got nothing left in the tank. Glухов continuously turns around now, gets underhooks and uses the underhooks, probably to punish the body and also to separate, to avoid the takedowns also. Glухov is communicating, with his corner to the extent that he's actually nodding to them, saying, yeah, I hear what you're saying, I'm going to try and do this. And at the very end of the third round,
a nice uppercut from Glухov.
as this fight comes to an end, that's it. Michael Brosnan stops the action. Both fighters have their arms up. Kenny even throws up his deuce sign. Sure, he looks tired, but he looks like he's still with it. And Glухov continuing to make his victory lap prior to being announced the winner.
It shows that he's the fittest by doing some extra push-ups.
Yeah. Goes over to the corner of Garnis. They have a little exchange. Monston was heard
Ladies
in
and
the corner of
gentlemen,
Kenny
after
Garnis saying
3
he won
rounds
the
of
first
action,
two,
we
he
go
won
to the
last.
judges' scorecards. And we have a split decision in favor of your winner.
Oh, these are never good.
Konstantin Glukov.
This was a split decision.
Split decision. Split decision. Would you say an upset?
I don't know. I think that if I see
Okay, I'm
this
here with the winner, Konstantin.
on my scorecard,
We had
it's
a
the
little
last round
accident
that
with
brings
the
it to
ring.
Glukov.
Did it put you off your game plan at all?
I understand.
Okay.
Спасибо всем, кто пришли поддержать меня. Я знаю, здесь много за меня болело. Спасибо вам.
Thank you to everyone that came to support me. I know that there's a lot of supporters for me
Перед
here.
боем ко мне подошли дети из детского дома, попросили сфотографироваться, подарили свои подарки. Я не мог проиграть. Спасибо им.
Okay.
Before
I
the
want to
fight,
thank everyone
some
who cheered
kids
me,
from
who supported for me.
an orphanage came to me.
Today,
They
kids
wanted a
came
photo.
and gave me their presents, so I just couldn't lose.
Okay. The ring. We had a little accident with the ring. You had to hang around for about 5-10 minutes. Did it put you off your game plan at all?
No problem. Нет проблем, потому что я вышел на бой, я готов был отдать самого себя, всего. Спасибо моему тренерскому штабу, спасибо доктору моему, Рите Айскал, спасибо моему тренеру Юрию Юрьевичу.
Talks like a machine
Вся
gun.
команда, которая за меня поддерживала. Это для меня великое начало, я так скажу.
Well, it didn't affect my game plan. It didn't affect my fight because I was 100% ready. And again, I want to thank everyone and thank my teammates and my coaches.
You looked absolutely fit. You were fit from beginning to end. I think you wore Kenny down. He looked tired near the end. So, I mean, obviously you're working on your fitness. That was your game plan, yeah?
Ну, конечно, я знал, что Кенни Гарнер тяжелый в прямом смысле боец, и он борец высокого класса. Конечно, была стратегия stand-up fight.
Okay, so I know that Kenny is a heavy fighter and tough fighter, and very endurance fighter. So I had to, stand on the ground.
Okay, one more question. Are you looking forward to the next round of the M-1 Grand Prix?
Конечно, я знаю, что я выхожу на победителя Денис Молдоров, Ибрагимов. Но я уже говорил до этого, что здесь нету слабых бойцов. Все сильные, поэтому я готов драться с любым, готов идти вперед. Спасибо!